logo. You'll see it. It'll be online. Well, welcome to another week of Talking Beer.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Brett.
excited.
This is Ryan.
Here again. Thanks for tuning in. We love seeing you guys make comments, feeding in info to us. It's actually like fun to get a lot of feedback. So,
If anybody has any topics, like next week we're gonna just do sour beer.
yeah, we love topics. To friends out there who wanted to see a live show, maybe we'll do that at the Rising Pint, which, as I mentioned and you've mentioned many times, May 12th at Brenchler Field. Make sure you get your tickets. They're on sale right now at risingpint.com.
I wanted to mention something about that though, that it's not in any of our lineage. All the fees are included in that ticket price. I know it seems like it might be a little higher than some, but everything is included in that price. All the fees and everything. Plus you get a glass. We got 2 great bands.
Yep.
We got wind. I provide the wind for free. It's great. It's also a wonderful day.
All right, so what do we got? What are we talking about today?
Well, I just grabbed a bunch of beers as usual. One was given me today. Some of the stuff is brand new. Like, we just got this off a truck from North Carolina, from Sierra Nevada. I actually don't even know what it is, technically. So I'm looking forward to drinking that. But I think we should definitely drink that. As I know we don't drink all the beers every time, but that's one I definitely think we should drink.
It's a beer for drinking, by the way.
It's a big effing deal.
Yep.
I'm excited to try it.
I think this is really cool. That color is just a lot of fun. Fun label.
Double Dare.
So what else? Yep, Double Dare from Nickelodeon.
Yeah, and then this is a brand new beer from Blue Point that we're going to have in the state starting next week. You can find it. It is Hazy Bastard, their version of a New England style IPA, made at Patchogue, New York.
Very cool.
At the home spot. And then we have, and I want to thank Ben downstairs for always hooking us up with glassware. So we wanted to include one of his beers today. He makes some awesome beers. We filmed these episodes from upstairs above Hog River Brewing Company. So thank you, Ben, fellow Clemson grad. Go Tigers. That's why
shameless plug for the Tigers.
That's why that huge mural is
I
down
know.
there. He's got one ring on. His second one coming up this year, maybe. Got some 420 from Sweetwater. Is new to Connecticut as of last week. And we have some Cold Snap from Sam Adams and a bottle that's been sitting in my office for 6 years, almost 6 years.
So
Sophie from Goose Island.
Sophie from Goose Island's been sitting on his shelf for 6 years, you said?
Yeah.
And you threw it in the fridge. I figured we'd pop it here.
Right.
So you're saying that this is going to explode on us?
I have popped the bottle and the cap hit me and left a mark in my forehead.
Let's get a close.
I'm just kind of like, no.
Let's get a close up of that one.
I'm going to try to open it up off. Oh, this isn't going to work. I thought this was going to work.
I thought you were good at this.
Yeah, this isn't going to work. Got the wrong device this week.
This is like anticlimactic.
Yeah. Well, I knew that was going to happen. So this beer
it's really fruity smelling, huh?
Yeah, it's got orange zest in it, but some 6 years ago orange zest. So I'm surprised that it still has that much. Wow. That's got a lot of zest still.
Hide my filthy nails.
Wow. So this has Brettanomyces in it. It is a live beer. That's why they say you can keep it. It does say best within 5 years. We're drinking it 6 years. Still good.
Oh, it's like it's really powerful.
And I abused it.
I mean, powerful as in like it's like champagne almost.
Yeah. Good. We had that goose bone.
Yep. Yeah.
Belgian bubbles. Really small, tight. Because there's live yeast in there, so it develops in the bottle over time, and it doesn't go bad. It won't go bad. And like you see, this is still good. It's 6 years old.
And I think that
And like I said, I abused it. It was just sitting on my shelf in my office on display. Like it wasn't maybe technically going to be drank ever, but we're drinking it and it tastes great.
So is it like really powerful? I mean, how's it when it sits on the shelf and ages? Does it get more alcohol in it?
No, it might, but it's to the
A small
millionth
percentage.
power.
Right. So that, like, because you're saying
Because it
there's
is
live
eating
yeast in this,
right.
and so that live yeast should still be kind of active.
If
right?
there was any sugars left, which because I'm tasting orange, there must be sugars left, but. I gotta say, I'm not shocked that it still tastes good. It's by design. So in that vein, though, this is a farmhouse ale, kind of with Brettanomyces a little bit. This is the Cold Snap
Brettanomyces?
Brettanomyces.
Trying to show off with your big words. What is that?
No, it took me a couple of years to be able to say that right, actually. To flow off the tongue like that.
Brettanomyces.
Yeah, I used to say it wrong for about a couple of years. But it's,
What are
and it has my name in it, and I still say it wrong.
What are Brettanomyces?
It is used to be originally an airborne yeast from Lambic, Belgium. And that is where the first spontaneous fermented Belgian ale was made. I don't think it was on purpose, but this is in that, or that was in that vein, the Brettanomyces. But it's made in a lab, and then they put it in there. So they put it in a barrel, and then they put it in a bottle.
Wow. Okay.
So it's in the beer, and it is a yeast that allows that beer to stay fresh. And like we said, we just drank it. It was 6 years old.
So is it, just out of curiosity, can you put this beer in a can, or would it burst out?
I think it would burst the can.
That would be interesting to see. I'd like to see that.
I
So
think
do those blow caps?
I have not seen it.
No. Okay. So what are we drinking here? What is this? What Cold Snap?
Cold Snap. Cold Snap is a white ale with spices. I wanted to bring a white ale because I wanted to make sure people knew that a white ale is the same like as a wit.
So
They're same
a white,
wit, white. They're all in the same vein. They're all in the same category. Sometimes they add spices, like a Belgian white. They add some spices. Like this is kind of like a Belgian white because they add spices.
Okay.
Like a Shock Top or a Blue Moon or a Hoo Garden.
Oh yeah, I love that stuff. So should I be putting fruit or anything like that in this? I mean, is it like,
You
is
can.
that what complements these beers? Is that
You
why
can.
they do that?
I'd say for American wheat beer, the wheat, because of the soil in America, produces a lemon flavor.
Okay.
So you kind of want to top it off with a lemon.
Okay.
You could use an orange, citrus of some sort, but then the coriander that they put in some of them works really well with oranges. Sometimes they put orange peel as one of the spices, so it also works really well with an orange.
Okay.
In Belgium, the wheat, and in Germany, the wheat gives off banana and clove esters instead of lemon esters. So you're not going to necessarily want, or I don't prefer, to have any fruit on mine because I want to taste that banana and I want to taste the cloves.
With a terrible pour in front of that.
From the Hoo Garden.
And you're talking about the like little cloves, like the little you use in your
It
cooking.
just tastes like there's no cloves in it.
Okay.
But the esters that you get from the wheat from Europe gives you Belgian, or gives you banana and clove.
Do you know what kind of wheat they use?
Nope.
I'm just curious. I mean, it doesn't make a difference.
I don't.
There's something else I was gonna ask about wheat beers.
I'm not a huge fan of wheat beers, but because you know I'm an IPA forward guy,
Yeah.
so there's not that many hops in here. I mean, there's hops in here. They got to balance. Hops are in every beer, even if you taste them or not, because it has to be balanced. If not, the beer would be super sweet. Because
It would be basically malt or
A mead.
Mead, yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Which at the Essex event I went to last weekend, we actually tasted it. A guy brought it, all the like different like with the hops, without hops, and just the mead, and we sampled it.
Oh, just a wort. Tastes like dough. Tastes like Play-Doh. So this one with hops has a tea-like smell. Oh, and it's bitter as hell. Super bitter. Yuck.
It was very interesting. So
Let's see what this is. I don't even know what this beer is. Technically, I imagine since it's crushable, I'm guessing it's got to be like a session. What's the ABV?
So
It's got to be a session beer.
Brett was defeated by a paintbrush. Could not open a bottle. Just know he can't be a painter.
I tried to use a different thing to open the cans or open the bottles. I don't even see the ABV. Oh, here it goes. 4.8.
So that's a low ABV. It's very. Let me see if I remember. It's got less bitterness to it.
It should, because it's got less hops.
So if it was a high ABV, which was like 20 or above, it would be very bitter.
Bitter is the IBU.
IBU.
It's not the ABV.
Okay, I was mixing them up. Remind me, what was ABV?
And the reason why I say it could be more bitter is because as you want more higher alcohol, you have to add more malt. Malt makes the beer sweet, so if you still want it balanced, you have to add more hops. So like a Bock, a big, bold lager is going to have a lot more hops in it.
Okay.
And again, you still don't taste the hops. It's
Right.
just there to balance the beer so it doesn't taste like a mead.
I'm growing hops this year.
Mm-hmm.
I got my rhizomes in the window growing up right now.
All right, so this is super clean.
So it's funny because it smells
Really?
to me like hoppy,
It does smell.
but then it does not taste hoppy at all,
It's got a little hop to the nose.
and it's very.
I'm not
clean.
sure one. It might even be a blend. I don't think it's one hop. It might be though. But that's super clean. Tight bowls. Nice. It's very crushable, actually. As
Yeah.
it says. I wonder what hops are in here. But this just came off the truck, I believe, yesterday. I don't know if it's out yet. I don't think it is. It might be out in other parts of the country, but it's not out in our area yet. In fact, there's two beers that are not out in our area yet.
So yes, this
Just
is
the first time these cans have been around.
This is very crushable.
It'll
But
be a good summer beer.
I'm gonna say we should move on to Ben's beer and wrap up today's show.
Yeah. So I chose from his portfolio on the way through a red ale because it's St. Patrick's week, and for whatever reason I don't exactly know for why, so I'm not going to make one up as to why Irish red is a thing. But I
Why
decided
Irish
to grab
red is a what do you mean a thing?
like an Irish red ale. Like Thomas Sorkin makes an Irish red ale. Why do we want to have red ales for St. Patrick's Day? I don't know the answer
Why
to that.
maybe an Irish red setter?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe it's. I don't know.
So
It can't be because a high percentage of people from Ireland have red hair. That would be ridiculous.
So, for those of you who have not been to Hard River Brewery, they have a giant
I forget
gear.
what Hopsy told me.
They have four giant gears basically. Old machining from.
They're presses, right? They're pressing stuff.
Yeah, they were. I want to remember, but this was a tire factory back in the day, and those were like basically the giant presses for it. It's awesome. You walk in there, you see it. It's just a huge gear in the back. I mean, perfect atmosphere. Brewery and a old machine looking place. It's just a cool place.
Yeah, you can look at the equipment and the huge mural of a orange
of a Clemson tiger.
Yeah, with a championship ring on.
And his daughter, and
It's fantastic. Good vibe for sure. And good beer.
it is a very good.
Thank you,
beer.
Ben. Appreciate it, buddy.
It's very clean.
Oh yeah, nice. I mean, it's red because of the malt, right? He's using some specialty malt that gives it that red hue. I was watching our own programs actually, and we just sit here and drink. We don't even talk about the beer sometimes. So, so this is
Right. I was going to ask actually.
It's red because of specialty malt, of red specialty malt, and that's maybe why. Maybe there's red specialty malt that comes out of Ireland that makes some traditionally people have used to make their beer, and maybe it gives it a little bit more of a like a scotchy taste, like a what is that? The peaty? I don't know.
Yeah,
taste.
sure.
You know.
No, this is this very smooth, very clean. I think Ben's got a special barrel coming out next week or week after too.
Well, he just dropped barrel aged beer yesterday, I think.
Okay, yeah. So anyway,
Available.
another thing to check out. Thank you for tuning in, and leave your comments. Give us some feedback. Tell us what you want to talk about. We'll try to bring in some other people, but
Or some places sometimes.
yeah, exactly. So we hope you enjoyed, and cheers.
Cheers.